Hey, Scuba.
Notice anything different?
Can't say I do.
Must see, laddie! It's a sparkle with grease! And you may ask, Scuba, you old salt, have you lost your rudder? Are you planning to cook yourself into buttered chum?
The thought crossed my mind.
No, lad. I'll show you. See that lad? The blue-finned crayfish is a fearsome warrior. Not just because its claws are sharper than the bristles on my lip, but also because it's as slippery as a shiver pea taking an afternoon dip. So, how do you fight slippery? By being muckle slippery yourself.
I'll remember that next time I'm in a bind.
Oh, and I've only just begun, lad. If you've a moment, I'll continue my tale.
So, Scuba, back to your story. Were you actually marooned in deep space by Captain Wet?
Aye, lad. There I sat, tummy a-rumble, gazing out at the void. My somber reflection staring back from the porthole. Was it hours? Years? Neither would faze me. But I do recall this. After a term most interminable, there she was, like a bowsprit cutting through a crest. A great space whale, still sporting the grapnel's imprint on her side, emerged from a parted void. Aye, even now it brings the salt to my eyes. Her great blubbery undulations tossed me pod through the stars like a goose-winged skiff. The stars swirled about like 100,000 fishes, until suddenly I saw a planet below. There my pod crashed, and there I was rescued by kindly locals. I had been saved by this marvelous creature from the depth of space. I tried searching for her. Alas, to no avail. She eluded me for years before I packed my satchel and headed home for Sakavi Tar. Most didn't believe what I'd seen. They say she was naught but the terminal spasm of a starving salt's brain. But I know what I saw, lad. I know what I saw. Of course, when I returned home, things were not as I remembered them. But that be a tale for another time.
This is encouraging. I bet we can plant even more.
A new specimen? Fascinating. Finish planting it, and I'll tell you what I know.
Got new seeds to plant.
Your effort gives rise to new life.
Keely would appreciate this new species. Let's talk to her.
Ooh, a bluebell squish. How fascinating. Its flower has a most unusual scent, drawn from the moss as it blooms. I find it quite pleasant. We can talk later.
We'll grow safe here.
Young Jedi. You seem to appreciate this.
Could use this.
Delightful.
Gonna go with this one.
A most informed choice, Cal. Take care, my friend. You know, Cal, I think my recent brush with the Raiders has rather altered my perspective.
How so?
My assumption was that these Raiders were unprincipled thieves and brutes. But they aren't lacking in principle or dedication. They have a code. A rotten code. But a code all the same.
Maybe that's what makes them so dangerous.
Even in my day, there were those who wrapped their selfish ambitions in a cloak of higher purpose. Cough, cough, Dagon Gera. No time to talk.
I might have located another meditation chamber, Cal.
Where?
Inside the Valley Silo. No one's been inside for some time, but there are rumors. I cannot believe what almost happened to Z.
Things worked out okay in the end.
Thank the stars that you could help her. Back in school, one of the archival droids was destroyed in a power surge. At the time, all I could think about was how much it screwed up my holoprints. How blind I was.
Don't beat yourself up. We're all figuring things out day by day.
We'll talk soon.
Cal, buddy. You ain't been here long, have you?
No, not long.
Oh, me? I've been on Koboh for most of my life. Came all alone when I was a little sprout. Age of 12, if you can believe it.
Really? All by yourself?
That's right. Heard there was fortune to be had, as long as you ain't a lazy bones. And I jolly well ain't. Talk later?
So, after years of searching for the great whale, I returned home to the frozen shores of Sakavi Tar, where my tale began. And this world on which I was weaned and warmed seemed but a moon to me careworn eyes. So small. I foot-slogged my way back to Undun's cave, but I found it empty, and somehow colder than I remembered. You know, lad, sometimes the truth brings peace, and sometimes it brings sadness. The fish is nae always what you thought it'd be when it bit the line. I dragged myself out of that cave and back to my village. And what I discovered next sent a spar through me thrice-pickled belly. All me kith and kin, old and bairn, ravaged by famine and cold. For none other than Captain Wanyik Wet had been fishing in their waters, sparing what few fish remained and taking them off-world. And so it was that I found myself once again in search of the dread captain and his crew. Not just for my own justice, but to liberate my very home. When we next speak, I'll tell you what became of my crusade.
God, we were just discussing what we should renovate next.
Just lots else to fix around here. Thanks to the raiders, you know.
Yes, of course, but surely we can find something a bit more inspiring for our next project than a water pump.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Let's talk later.
We really took the fight to those raiders. How you feeling?
Excited?
Excited? I didn't know you all were allowed to enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm excited too. I can nearly taste the free air of Tanalor.
Almost there.
Stay focused, and we'll finally be able to build something for ourselves. Something to last.
You know what this place needs?
A working refresher?
Discipline. Those mouth-breathing raiders just walked in here and made off with Z. I go off planet for 1 second, and the whole place has gone soft. They've got to get it through their heads that I can't be their fearless leader all the time.
People have to learn to defend themselves, Grease. We can't fight their battles for them.
So, how are you adjusting to your new life?
Well, all things considered, this cantina and its denizens have been quite welcoming.
Really? I see you brought the droid back.
Wasn't as easy as we hoped it would be.
Is it ever?
Guess not. How'd you and Mosey get along?
Quite well. She's going to take me hunting sometime. No, you'd scare our quarry away, BD. Ugh, so much beeping. Be careful.
Cal, I swear, I had nothing to do with Z being droid napped.
I believe you.
Can you put in a good word for me with Mr. Grease?
I can't fight all of your battles. You're better off speaking to Grease yourself.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. The other week he said he had an old family recipe for frog soup.
He was probably joking.
I don't want to be soup. I don't even like to bathe.
These look interesting.
There's Mr. Popular. A bounty hunting droid named Rez is stomping around the forest array. Don't bother squaring up. Stay light on your feet, you'll dance around that rust bucket.
You two getting your fortune read?
Trying to. But we can't get a straight answer out of this one.
Say it again, will you?
On shores of silt, a river winds. A bank of guilt, a broken bind.
Oh, I get it now. She's saying there's a big score to be had in some silty river.
You only hear what you want to hear. Sounded like a warning to me. One of them ominous ones.
What do you make of it, Cal?
It's dangerous out there. I trust my own instincts over a fortune.
See? Kid gets it.
Whoever made the score of a lifetime by being more careful?
So how did you end up on the wrong side of the law?
After my studies, I worked in the Republic Tax Collection Agency, investigating revenue disputes.
You were a tax collector? Sounds pretty legitimate so far.
Drearily legitimate. But it did introduce me to a steady procession of people desperate for things to shake out in their favor, so to speak.
And you helped them out, for a price.
Yes. But my fee was nothing compared to the price they paid at the hands of a corrupt system.
Whatever you say, Moran. Hey, Monk.
You look tired. Take a load off.
It was good to see you.
How about a bit of refreshment for bringing Z back safe and sound? On the house, of course.
I'm good, thanks. Why don't you send a drink Bode's way? Wouldn't have been able to save her without his help.
All right, but I still owe you one. Heritage coming back safe is the talk of the saloon.
Grease ever tell you the story of how we met?
No, let's hear it.
Oh, he first landed, talking dreams of taking over a cantina. I pegged him as just another prior-right vulture. Someone who comes out of nowhere, turns the credit from a few suckers and skips town. Of course, when I saw him putting real care into the cantina, well, I knew we were cut from the same cloth.
Pyloons is as important to him as the Mantis. That's why he named it after his great-grandma.
That's right. You stick with Grease. He's one of the good ones. Just don't tell him I said that.
Your secret's safe with me.
You've been coming around here so much, you're basically a regular.
You've got great stuff.
Most shop owners would offer a discount or the like, but not me. Nothing personal, but you start handing out freebies, you have people up in arms asking, why not me, Doma? Don't need to hassle.
That makes sense.
Cal, what's up with that woman who showed up with you?
Erin, she's a good friend. What about her?
Nothing. Nothing.
Are you afraid of Marin?
Me? Oh, no. It's just... Well, I've never seen anyone like her before.
Marin's a night sister.
A night what? Wait, what is that?
She's from Dathomir, and she can perform magic.
Now you're just yanking my Walloona ears.
I'm not. She can wake the dead. Don't worry. You have nothing to be afraid of. Usually.
Cal! Well, all I know is if the dead start walking around here, you're gonna get an earful. All goods acquired completely legally. Thank you very much.
I'll grab this one.
All sales final.
Can't go wrong with this.
I love that one, too. See you soon.
Could use a little help, BD.
Be careful.
There he is, my favorite scrapper.
You know any others?
I do not. But together, we've taken on a few bucketheads.
Don't forget the KX droids.
How are we still alive? Let's catch up later.
Watch yourself out there.
Where to next?
Heading to the Shattered Moon.
They will be expecting us.
Cal and I made it through the Lucre Hulk all right.
You and I have different definitions of all right.
I wonder why Dagon sent Ravis instead of coming here himself.
Grab some seat, Cal.
Vulture droids. Looks like Ravis has more separatist toys than we thought.
Doesn't look like they spotted us yet. Think you can land?
I don't know. The risky part's gonna be taken off again, and the last thing I want is to be stuck on this haunted rock.
You could always build a second cantina. Franchise.
Hey, how about you save the jokes for later, Jetpack?
I can hide the mantis.
Last I checked, this ship isn't equipped with a cloaking device. What is she doing?
Here we go.
The vultures are right in front of us. Trust her.
Okay, that was impressive.
We will drop you off. Good luck with Ravis.
And to you.
Hey, kid. Hurry back.
Jetpack, man the guns.
Copy that.
Oh, and I might need some of your blood. In case I get tired.
Can't make any sense of this place, Cal. Be careful.